Welcome back to the Ketchup, friends. HBO's new series Watchmen is here, and we finally have the answer to the age-old question, who watches The Watchmen? Apparently, a lot of people. Many critics are loving it, so let's take a look at why this show is getting so much buzz and what people are saying about it right now on the Ketchup. This new Watchmen series, which currently is certified fresh at 98% on the Tomatometer, takes place in the same universe as the 1986 graphic novel, but 34 years later. In the series premiere, we see a world where police now wear masks, which are kind of reminiscent of emojis, to protect themselves from a white supremacist group in Tulsa, Oklahoma, using Rorschach's iconic ink blot mask to further their own terrorist agenda. Time's Judy Berman calls the story a potent but rarely heavy-handed metaphor for race relations in America, not to mention a showcase for one of the greatest actors of her generation. She's of course talking about Oscar and three-time Emmy winner Regina King, who plays Detective Angela Apar, aka Sister Knight. She spends much of the first episode investigating the attempted murder of a fellow officer, being an all-around badass, and whisking eggs. And while Regina's character is central to the story and earning plenty of praise, the ensemble cast as a whole is doing a fantastic job as well. People are loving Jeremy Irons as Adrian Veidt, aka Ozymandias, Tim Blake Nelson as Looking Glass, who shines in an awesome interrogation scene in this crazy pod. Then there's Louis Gossett Jr., Don Johnson, and Andrew Howard as Red Scare, who apparently didn't have as much money to put into his costume as everyone else did. In comparing Watchmen to one of creator Damon Lindelof's past shows, USA Today's Kelly Lawler said the strength of Watchmen is its talented cast. Like Lost, the best episodes are character-driven and laden with flashbacks, so watch out for that.
Cool costume. Thanks.
One big question around Watchmen heading into the premiere was how it would compare to the genre-bending graphic novel and the world that created. And fans seem to be a little mixed on what they think about it so far, like this viewer who tweeted, "I was expecting more references to the canon." Or Joe on Facebook who said, quote, "It's a fantastic continuation to the Watchmen comic." But one Rotten Tomatoes user just wants a good show, stating, "I could care less about the ties to the comic book. This is good entertainment with a powerful message." And overall, critics seem to like how the show is embracing the spirit of the original, with a consensus that it expertly builds on its source material to create an impressive identity of its own. And EW's Darren Franick said Watchmen doesn't overdose on nostalgia like so many franchise extensions in our reboot-stoked decade. It's dangerous and invigorating, and a reminder that nothing ever ends.
There's a guy in my trunk.
Delightful.
And there's plenty to look forward to coming up in the show, like what exactly Ozymandias is up to, what it really means for this Robert Redford-run country to not have the internet, and what this version of Dr. Manhattan will look like if he makes an appearance. Some critics think that fans of the graphic novel should be increasingly happy with what's to come beyond the first episode. Meanwhile, NPR's Eric Deggans said Lindelof's work will either add up to the coolest, most intricate dramatic series this side of Westworld, or the biggest swing and a miss in recent television history. Insert Squid Storm here.
It's only just begun.
But it is time for us to kick it over to you. What are your initial thoughts on HBO's Watchmen so far? Drop all your feelings in the comment section. And for more on Watchmen, check out RottenTomatoes.com. Also, great news. Our first book, Rotten Movies We Love, is out right now. It celebrates 101 movies on the green end of the spectrum that are totally worth checking out. As always, thanks for watching The Ketchup. If you like this episode and you want to see more, subscribe and click that bell icon. I'm Naz Perez, and I'll see you guys next time.